Gentlemen, quick story. So in high school, I missed a year of track and field because I didn't know how to cut my toenails. Yes, embarrassing to admit, but I cut my toenails too short, led to an ingrown toenail, which led to an infection, which led to a surgery, and I missed a year of track. Now, it's funny because grooming in general, I think gets a bad rap. It's seen as feminine, that you should spend as little time as possible on grooming, and that leads to a lack of education. In today's video, gents, I'm going to talk about 5 common mistakes in the world of grooming for menswear, how you can avoid them, and how you can make sure that your body runs at peak performance. Now, at the end of that intro, I talked about peak performance, and some of you guys may be saying, Antonio, aren't you taking it a little bit too far? I don't think so, because think about it. You're going to go into a meeting and you're going to be presenting to your boss and his boss and the CEO of the company, and you've got a rash all over your neck. You maybe have a breakout all over your face. Your skin may be cracking on your hand and literally bleeding, and you're out there trying to hand out sheets of paper. Guys, all of this is related to grooming and making sure that your body, that it's able to do what you want it to do, that it doesn't start to break down on you years before it actually should. I want you to go into your 80s and your 90s and have great skin, have great teeth, have a great shaving routine. Grooming mistake number 1, we ignore the reality that our body is changing with time. I know a lot of you guys still feel like you're that 18, 22-year-old kid that you used to be a few decades ago, but things have changed. If you want your body to perform at a higher level, you need to start paying attention to your grooming. And yes, you used to probably get away with a single bar soap. Used it to wash your hair, wash your face, wash your body, you were good to go. Nowadays, you probably realize that that soap, can actually dry out your skin, that you maybe want a specialty soap. You want a shampoo that actually isn't going to dry out your hair and cause flaking. Your body is changing. Face that reality, because when you do, you're going to be able to take control and actually treat it better. It will treat you better, and you're going to get more miles out of it. Grooming mistake number 2, not taking care of your body's largest organ. I'm talking about your skin. So a few things we want to focus on when it comes to skin. You want to make sure that you're not drying it out. A lot of you guys actually use the same soap that you use on your hands, you use on your body, and you use it on your face. The skin on your face is actually, it seems like it's the same, but it's actually going to be a bit thinner. It's going to be more sensitive than the skin on your hands. You're putting that heavy-duty soap on your face multiple times. You're going to be drying it out. Those of you that live in a climate that it gets really cold, really dry, you have probably seen this, and you've already started using moisturizers. So that's another thing, is your body ages. It can't actually replenish, and it's having trouble actually making sure that your skin is as supple and as elastic as it used to be. So by actually using moisturizers that replenish at the top level, you're going to actually do a better job of making sure it actually feels nice and smooth. It doesn't crack. And UV protection. So it's something, especially if you live down maybe in Arizona, down in South Texas, if you're going to go out there, you want to protect your skin from the UV rays of the sun. Over time, it's going to do a lot of damage, especially if you get a really high level sunburn. But just daily protection with the UV lotion is going to help. Okay, there's all these different products. How in the world do you make this work? What do I need? How do I combine them? Guys, I want to introduce you to Hygiene. So many of you guys have heard of this company before. I've been talking about them here because I've been testing them for over 2 months. I love Hygiene, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because they bring a system when it comes to skincare. They were founded by my friend Aaron Marino and also Kelly and Rob. I have loved what these 3 entrepreneurs have done. They basically saw a problem that most guys go like, we put our hands up when it comes to skincare. So they made it very simple. They give you a wash. Why use a skin wash? Because you don't want to dry out your face. Then you've got an AM lotion. Use it in the AM. They've got a PM lotion before you go to bed. And then they've got a scrub, which you use about 2 to 3 times a week, depending on, but this is something you don't want to overdo. Very simple. And for those of you guys that are a little bit older, maybe in your 30s, 40s, you're getting bags under the eyes, or maybe your skin is starting, you're getting wrinkles here on the forehead. They've got the, for the eyes, and they've got the super serum. Make sure to go check out Hygiene. I'm going to link to it right over here. Also in the description, I'm going to have a discount code that you can use on your first purchase. Now understand they're a subscription service, and I think that's what makes it so awesome, is that they send you enough for every single month, and it's at a great price. I think a lot of you guys are going to be amazed when you look at the price. I have paid 5 times what these guys are charging for, let's just say, products which were good, but I've been to the lab. I've seen these guys formulate it. I know what's in this. I've been testing it, like I said, for over 60 days. This is the real deal. I'm really proud of those guys, what they've built up and the problem that they're solving. And that's what it comes down to, guys, is that you want to start early, basically taking care of your skin. Because when you do that, all of a sudden you're going to be 40, you're going to be 50, and you are going to look great. Grooming mistake number 3 is not having a shaving routine. Now, I've talked about shaving routines before, but the key word here is routine. You've got a system that you follow every day. Why is this important? Because when you have a system that you follow, you can actually measure results when you change something up. So let's say you're getting some ingrown hairs, you're getting a bit of a rash, or you just have not been happy with the shave. You've just been getting a lot of razor burn. Then all of a sudden you can change one thing up. You can maybe try a different lotion, something that's going to be better, higher quality, or maybe you want to change up the blade. Now, when it comes to a shaving routine, you don't want to change everything at once. What you want to do is change up one thing, then maybe change up another one in a week. And you want to see how that has an effect. That allows you to measure and for you to actually pinpoint. Because you may be using a great shaving cream, but you're probably getting those ingrown hairs because you're not using a safety razor or you're not using a straight razor versus cartridges, which lift up the hair, but oftentimes drop it down below the skin. So little things like that, you can start to measure and you can start to identify yourself when you have a routine. Grooming mistake number 4 is not scheduling your haircuts. So if you look in the mirror and you say, wow, I need to get a haircut. It's too late. It's probably already been a week and other people have noticed that you do need a haircut. The best thing you can do, instead of being reactionary, you can actually set up, again, a system so that every 2 weeks you're going to the barber. Every 3 weeks you're going to the barber. A lot of barbers, I know even here in Wisconsin, I've seen them doing this. You just set up a time and they can, before you leave, they can set up the next time. The great thing about this, especially the good ones, they'll send you a reminder. You make sure it happens and you are basically being proactive. You're staying ahead of the ball. So let's say you got a big conference, you've got some family photos coming up. Well, guess what? You're not having to say, oh, I need to go get a haircut. You got a haircut the week before. It was part of your routine. Grooming mistake number 5, not understanding your body is a system and everything's related. So it kind of goes back to point number 1, guys, but diet, sleep, exercise, all of this has an effect on your skin, has an effect on your teeth, on everything in your body. So I'm going to use a personal example. About 2 months ago, I had a hamstring injury. I had to stop exercising, and I love exercising, going to the pool and things like that, but I had to stop. I also, at the same time, in my business, stress increased significantly. We just had some issues going on with the company, so my stress is up. I'm not exercising. I'm not able to sleep well at night because all of a sudden, I'm having this issue with my teeth. I'm starting to grind my teeth. I ended up going to the dentist, talked to him, and he felt it was related to the stress. He wanted to put in a mouth guard, but I'm like, I've gotten past the injury. I started to exercise again. I started to eat better, really pay attention, make sure I'm getting my sleep. All of a sudden, I stopped grinding my teeth again. But that grooming issue, basically with my teeth, guys, I don't know, maybe you've got a rash, but look at your diet. Is what you're actually putting into your body, is that having an effect on that rash? Because as much as I want to recommend creams or other things like this, it really comes down to understanding everything is related and make sure that you're taking care of your body, because no amount of skin cream or all this other stuff I'm talking about is going to fix if you are not taking care of the whole system. All right, guys, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and go check out T Shanley. I'm going to link to them again right here. A great sponsor, a great company. Aaron, Rob, Kelly, those guys are doing an amazing job. If you grab any of their products over there, you sign up for their subscription, email me. I'm going to send you one of my paid ebooks for free. I just love seeing guys like this move forward and create a company that I think is going to be an incredible success because it solves a real problem. Guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next video.